Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, we're going to show you a quick and easy example of how you can link records together in Airtable. So if that's something you've been struggling with, stay tuned. So if you're new to Airtable, you may or may not have heard about the linked record feature. This feature allows us to link records from different tables that share a relationship in some way or form. So it's particularly helpful when you have multiple tables of related items. So let me show you what I mean with the base that we're going to work with today. So this particular base is inventory management for a toy store. So if you're managing a toy store, you might have a ton of different products, and each of those products may come from different manufacturers. And each of those manufacturers may have a primary contact that we need to get a hold of in case a shipment goes bad or in case we're waiting too long. So I've already set up those tables right here in the base. Products, contacts, and manufacturers. And today we're going to link all of these tables together in a way that kind of makes our workflow a little more efficient. So you'll see in the first table we have a few different products from our toy store. A race car, doll, yo-yo, dinosaur, action figure, and we have a couple product details. So we have a price for each one and the weight. Usually if you had an inventory management base, you would probably have quite a few more fields with product data in there. But for simplicity's sake, I just threw in a couple fields. And next we have the contact table with the name, email, and phone number. And each of these contacts in this hypothetical scenario would work for one of these manufacturers. So I have 5 different companies here, and they all have different addresses. So again, you might have additional information if you're managing inventory for your own store, but we'll keep it simple. So for starters, we might want to connect or link a contact to a manufacturer. So we're going to click add a field right here within the contacts table. And we'll call this one manufacturer. We're going to link to another record. Click the manufacturer. And we have the allow linking to multiple records checked right here. But this would basically indicate that one of our contacts can work for multiple manufacturers, and almost always that would not be the case. So we're going to uncheck this right here. So in this case, we can only have multiple contacts linked to the same manufacturer. So we've set up that linked record field, and one of the cool features here is that it'll automatically create that field within the manufacturer table. So we don't have to create it twice. So we can set up our contacts right here by clicking this plus, and you'll have this drop down of companies to select from. So in this example, we might add Barry Black and Gary Green to company 1. So they both work for the same company, but they might be in charge of different products. And Rosie Red, we'll put her for company 2. And Grace Gray, we'll put her for company 3. So you'll see right here, we've linked all of our contacts to a specific manufacturer, and you can just click the manufacturer name right here, and it'll pop up with all of the relevant details pulled straight from the manufacturer table. So that's kind of useful if you're in the contact table and you want to see the manufacturer data or the address or something that's very manufacturer specific. You want to pull that up right within the contact table. You can do that just by clicking the link right here. So next we want to link our contact table to our products table. So we can only have one contact for, well, we could have multiple, but for this example, I'm just going to leave it to one. But if you wanted to make this kind of a more advanced setup, you could add an additional field within the contact table that would designate whether each contact was a primary or a secondary contact. And then you could link them to the product in that way. So any of your team members, they could log in and immediately see who is the primary and who is the secondary contact, just in case the primary isn't available. But for now, we'll just create that linked record, link to another record here. And we're going to link to the contacts table. And if we had it set up in that way with the primary and secondary contacts, we might allow linking to multiple records in the sense where we would have multiple contacts connected to each product, or we could, but we're going to uncheck that for now. And you'll see that it was automatically created here. And we'll just connect them all. And there we go. So now we have all three of our tables linked. But what if we want to see the manufacturer for each contact? Now we could create a linked record between the products table and the manufacturer table, but then we would have to manually enter this data every single time we get a new product. So we're not going to link the products table directly to the manufacturer table, but we'll use a lookup. So what the lookup field will do is it'll look for the related data on the contacts right here, and it'll pull in the manufacturer that has already been linked. So we don't need to touch that. We don't need to set that up. And it'll just automatically populate. So say, for example, if I have another product name, some Legos, and I connect it to Berry Black, I should see the manufacturer pop up right there. So that's already been linked up on the back end. So the way that you would update the manufacturer on the products table is just through this link over here on the contacts table. So I hope that helped make it a little more clear for you. And I hope I didn't complicate it too much with that additional lookup field. But if you have any additional questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Take it easy.